happiness, the very pith and barataya you may see, a monarchy that's tempered with republican equality. This form of government we find the full ideal of its kind, but fascism combined with absolute equality, with absolute equality. Of happiness, the very pith and barataya you may see, a monarchy that's tempered with republican equality, republican equality. Two kings of one do private left, who act in perfect unity, whom you can order right and left with absolute impunity, who put their subjects at their ease by doing all they can to please, and those to earn their bread and cheeks seize every opportunity, and those to earn their bread and cheeks seize every opportunity. We act in perfect unity. We act in perfect unity. Of happiness, the very pith and barataya you may see, a monarchy that's tempered with republican equality, republican equality, tempered with equality. Gentlemen, we are much obliged to you for your expressions of satisfaction and good feeling.
You got an
I say, we are much obliged to you for your expressions of satisfaction and good feeling.
We heard you.
And we are delighted at any time to fall in with such sentiments so charmingly expressed.
That's all right.
At the same time, there is just one little grievance that we should like to ventilate.
What?
Oh, don't worry. It's not serious. It has been arranged that until it is decided which of us two is the actual king, we are to act as one person.
Exactly.
Now, although we act as one person, we are in point of fact two persons.
We cannot go into that. That is a legal fiction. Legal fiction is a solemn thing. See to it that as we are, we cannot recognize two independent responsibilities.
Oh, no, but you can recognize two independent appetites. Oh, it's all very well and good to say that we act as one person, but to supply us with one ration between us, I should describe it as a legal fiction carried a little too far.
Recognize the point. I do not like to express an opinion offhand. Suppose we reserve it for judgment before the full court.
Yes, but what are we to do in the meantime, huh?
We want our tea!
I think we might make an interim order for double rations, on their majesties entering into the usual arrangement for indemnification in case of an adverse judgment.
That I think will meet the case. But you must work hard. Stick to it. Nothing like a work.
Oh, certainly. We quite understand that the man who holds the magnificent position of king should do something to justify it. We call ourselves your majesties. We are allowed to buy magnificent clothes, and our subjects often nod to us in the streets, and the sentries always return our salutes. And we enjoy the inestimable privilege of heading a subscription list to all principal charities. In return to these advantages, the least we can do is make ourselves useful about the palace.
Rising early in the morning, we will see light outside, and our majesty adorning in its well-guarded attire, we embark without delay on the duties of our day. First we polish off some badges of the politicians circumvent. Then if business isn't heavy, we may hold a royal levy, or ratify some acts of parliament. Then we possibly refuse the House of Thrones, put the usual shalahams and shalahots, for a secret ceremonial and state, and interesting Eastern potentate. After that, we generally go and dress our private family. It's a rather nervous duty. He's a touchy little man. Writes some letters literary to our private secretary. He's shaky in his spelling, so we help him if we can. Then if you are praising, we go down in order dinner. Then we polish the regalia and the coronation plate. Spending out in titivating, all our gentlemen in waiting. Oh, we ran a little errand for the ministers of state. Oh, Philosophers may sing of the troubles of a king, but the duties are delightful and the privilege is great. And the privilege and pleasure of each treasure beyond measure is to run a little errand for the ministers of state.
Oh, philosophers may sing of the troubles of a king, but the duties are delightful and the privilege is great. And the privilege and pleasure that we treasure beyond measure is to run a little errand for the ministers of state.
After a luncheon making merry on a morning glass of sherry, if we've nothing in particular to do, we may make a proclamation or receive a deputation or possibly create a bureau too. Then we have a fellow creature on his path, with the garter or the thistle or the band, or we dress and toddle off in semi-state to a festival of function or a fete. Then we go and send a sentry at the palace private entry, marching hither, marching thither, up and down into and fro, while the warrior on duty goes in search of beer and beauty, and it generally happens that he hasn't far to go. He relieves us if he's able, just in time to lay the table. Then we dine and serve the coffee, and at 1:30, with the pleasure that's emphatic, we retire to our attic with the gratifying feeling that our duty has been done. Oh, philosophers may sing of the troubles of a king, but the pleasures there are many, and the worries there are none. And the culminating pleasure that we treasure beyond measure is the culminating feeling that our duty has been done.
Oh, philosophers may sing of the troubles of a king, and the duties there are many, and the worries there are none. And the culminating pleasure that we treasure beyond measure is the gratifying feeling that our duty has been done.
It is a very pleasant existence. They are also kind and considerate. Oh, you never find them wanting to do this or wanting to do that or saying, it's my turn now. No, they let us have all the fun to ourselves. They never seem to grudge.
It makes one feel quite selfish. It is almost as if we are taking advantage of their good age.
Oh, yes, and how nice they were about the double ration.
Oh, most considerate. There is only one thing wanting that would make our lives totally comfortable.
And that is?
Our dear little wives whom we left behind us 3 months ago.
Oh, yes. It is rather dull without female society. We can do without everything else. But we can't do without that.
Yes, but if we have that in perfection, we have everything. Oh, there is only one recipe for perfect happiness. Take a pair of sparkling eyes, hidden ever under night, in a merciful eclipse. Do not heed their mild surprise, having passed the Rubicon. Take a pair of rosy lips. Take a figure trimly planned, such as admiration weds. Be particular in this. Take a tender little hand, fringed with dainty fingerets. Press it, in parenthesis. Oh, take all these, you lucky man. Take and keep them if you can. Take all these, you lucky man. Take and keep them if you can. Take a pretty little cot, quite a miniature affair, hung about with trellis wide. Furnish it with cotton scotch, and treasures rich and rare, I've endeavored to define. Live to love and love to live, you will ripen at your ease, growing on the sunny side. It is nothing more to give, you're a perfect man to please. If you're not satisfied, oh, take my counsel, happy man, and go on it if you can. Take my counsel, happy man, and go on it if you can. Take my counsel, happy man, act upon it if you can, act upon it if you can, happy man, if you can.
That we shan't know until nurse turns up. Oh, but never mind that. The question is, what shall we do to celebrate the commencement of our honeymoon? Oh, gentlemen, will you allow us to offer you a magnificent banquet?
We will!
Thanks very much. And ladies, what do you say to a dance?
Oh, a dance and a banquet. It's a too much
Not exactly. A little friendly dance, that's all. Sorry you're late.
But I saw a groom dancing, and a footman. That was the Lord High Footman, huh? Dear me, a common little drummer boy.
Oh no, that was the Lord High Drummer Boy.
But surely the servants' hall is a place for these gentry.
Oh, dear no, we've appropriated the servant hall. It is now the royal apartment, attainable only by tickets accessible at the Lord Chamberlain's office.
We just had to have a place that we could call our own. I'm afraid I'm not equal to the intellectual pressure of this conversation.
Oh, you see, the monarchy has been remodeled on Republican principles.
What?
Oh, all departments are ranked equally, and everybody is at the head of his department.
I see.
You seem annoyed.
No, it's not quite what I expected.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry.
So am I.
Oh, by the by, can I offer you something after your voyage? A plate of macaroni and a meatball sub?
No, nothing.
Oh,
You see,
nice to be careful.
yes, gout. In every court there are distinctions that must be observed.
Are there?
Why, of course. For instance, you would not have a Lord High Chancellor play a leapfrog with his own cook.
Why not?
Why not? Because a Lord High Chancellor is a person of great dignity who should never, under any circumstances, place himself in the position of being told to tuck in his tuppenny, except by noblemen of his own rank. A Lord High Archbishop, perhaps, may tell a Lord High Chancellor to tuck in his tuppenny, but certainly not a cook, gentlemen, certainly not a cook.
Not even a Lord High Cook?
My good friend, that is a rank that is not recognized at the Royal Chamberlain's office. No, I won't do it all. I'll give you an instance in which the experiment was tried. There lived a king, as I've been told, in the wonder-working days of old, when hearts were twice as good as gold and 20 times as mellow. Good temper triumphed in his face, and in his heart he found a place for all the erring human race and every wretched fellow. When he had Greenwich wine to drink in made him very sad to think that some a junket or a jig must be content with toddy. With toddy must be content with toddy. He wished all men as rich as he, and he was as rich could be. So to the top of every tree promoted everybody.
Now that's the kind of king for me. He wished all men as rich as he. So to the top of every tree promoted everybody.
Lord Chancellors were chief as spreads, and bishops in their shovel hats were plentiful as tabby cats in point of fact humanity. Ambassadors propped up like hay, prime ministers and sergeants, they grew like asparagus in May, and dukes were 3 a penny. On every side field marshals gleamed, more beer with lords lieutenant gleam, while admirals their ocean team around their wide dominions.
With admirals all round their wide dominions.
And party leaders you might meet in 2s and 3s on every street, maintaining with no little heat their various opinions.
Now that's the sight you call defeat, 2 party leaders in each street, maintaining with no little heat their various opinions.
That king, oh no one denies, his heart was of abnormal size. If he had acted otherwise, if he had been a pewter, the embers easily foretold. When every blessed thing you hold, made of silver or of gold, you long for simple pewter. When you have nothing else to wear but cloth of gold, satin's rare, for cloth of gold you cease to care. Up goes the price of shoddy, of shoddy, up goes the price of shoddy. In short, whomever you may be, to this conclusion you'll agree. When everyone is somebody, then no one's anybody.
Now that's as plain as they can be. To this conclusion we agree.
When everyone is somebody, then no one's anybody. Now, I have some very important news to communicate. His Grace, the Duke of Her Grace, the Duchess, and their beautiful daughter, Casilda. I say, their beautiful daughter, Casilda.
We heard you.
Have arrived in Barataria and may be here at any moment.
The Duke and the Duchess, they are nothing to us, eh?
But their daughter, their beautiful daughter. Aha, you're a lucky dog, one of you.
I think you are a very incomprehensible old gentleman.
Not a bit, I'll explain. You see, many years ago when you, whichever you are, were a baby, you, whichever you are, were married to a little girl who has grown up to be the most beautiful young lady in Spain. That beautiful young lady will be here to claim you, whichever you are, in a half an hour. And I congratulate that one, whichever it is, with all my heart.
Married with a baby.
But we were married 3 months ago.
One of you, only one. The other is an unintentional bigamist.
Upon my word!
Hey, who are these young people?
Who are we? Why, they're wives, of course. We've just arrived.
They're wise. Oh dear, how very unfortunate. Oh dear, how extremely awkward. Oh dear, what will Grace the Duchess say?
And do you mean to tell me that one of these monarchs was already married? And that neither of us will be queen?
That is the idea I intended to convey.
Oh, Tessa, my dear child.
Oh, get away! Perhaps it is you!
Oh, my poor little woman.
Don't! Who knows whose husband you are? And pray, why didn't you tell us all about it before they left the business?
Because if I had, no earthly temptation would have induced these two, gentlemen, and the lady too extremely fascinating, utterly irresistible, scrumptious, vivacious, and well-supported little ladies.
Well, there is something in that.
I may mention that you will be kept not long in suspense, as the old lady who nursed the royal child is at present in the torture chamber, waiting for me to interview her.
Oh, poor old lady. Hadn't you better go relieve her of her suspense?
Oh, no, she's all right. She has all the illustrated papers. However, I'll go and interrogate her. And in the meantime, may I suggest the absolute propriety of you two regarding yourselves as single young ladies.
Oh! Well, here's a pleasant state of things.
Delightful. One of us is married to two young ladies, and nobody knows which. And the other is married to one young lady, whom nobody can identify.
And one of us is married to one of you, and the other is married to nobody. And which of us is married to which of you? And what's to become of the other?
Oh, it's quite simple. Observe. 2 husbands have managed to acquire 3 wives. 3 wives, 2 husbands. That's 2/3 of a husband to each wife.
Oh, Thesaurus! Here we are in arithmetic. My good sir, one can't marry a vulgar fraction.
You have no right to call me a vulgar fraction.
Oh, the situation is rather mixed. We're getting very entangled. Let us try to calm it out.
In a contemplative fashion and a tranquil frame of mind, free from every kind of passion, some solution let us find. Let us grasp the situation, solve the complicated plot. Quiet, calm deliberation disentangles every knot. I no doubt Giuseppe wedded, it's a course of slice of luck. He is rather dunderheaded, but distinctly he's a duck. I am victim to it, oh Mary, that is clear. He's particularly stupid, still distinctly he's a dear.
To Janetta I was better, I can prove it in a trice. Though her charms are overrated, still I own she's rather nice.
I to press her willy, all at the once on victim fell. She is what is called a silly still, she answers pretty well. She's a silly still, she answers pretty well.
When we were little babies, someone married us, that's clear.
And I can catch her, I'll pitch her and scratch her and send her away with the flea in her ear.
To receive us country from.
If I overtake it, I warrant I'll make her to shake an aristocratical shoe. She's married to Giuseppe, you and he will have to part. If I have to do it, I warrant she'll rue it. I'll teach her to marry the man of my heart. If she marries Mr. Marco, you're a spinster. No matter if I can get at her, I doubt if her mother will know her again. If I have to do it, I warrant she'll rue it. I'll teach her to marry the man of my heart. If I have to do it, I warrant she'll rue it. I'll teach her, 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 I'll teach her. Quiet, calm deliberation disentangles every knot.
He comes to claim the royal hand, he raises kind attention touches heart of Duke
and heart of Duchess who resign their pet.
with profound regret.
She of beauty was a model.
When a tiny tittle tottle, and at 21.
She's excelled by none.
At 21.
She's excelled by none. At 21.
She's excelled by none.
She comes to claim the royal hand. Proclaim the graces of ye double bases of the king who rules this goodly land. Ye brazen brasses bang.
Be good enough to inform His Majesty that His Grace, the Duke of Plaza Toro Incorporated, has arrived, and begs demands an audience. Oh. Now, my child, prepare to receive the husband to whom you were united under such interesting and romantic circumstances.
But which is it? There are two of them.
It is true that at present His Majesty is a double gentleman, but as soon as the circumstances of his marriage are ascertained, he will ipso facto boil down to a single gentleman. Thus, presenting the unique example of an individual who becomes a single man and a married man by the same operation.
I have known instances in which the characteristics of both conditions existed concurrently in the same individual.
Couldn't have been applause at all.
Oh, couldn't he though?
Well, whatever happens, I will of course be a dutiful wife, but I can never love my husband.
I don't know. It's extraordinary what unprepossessing people one can love, if one gives one's mind to it.
I loved your father.
My love, that remark's a little hard, I think. Oh, rather cruel, perhaps. Somewhat uncalled for.
It was very, very difficult, my dear. But I say to myself, that man is a duke, and I will love him. Several of my relations bet me I couldn't, but I did. Desperately. On the day when I was wedded to your admirable sire, I acknowledge that I dreaded an explosion of his ire. I was overcome with panic, for his temper was volcanic, and I didn't dare to vote, for I feared a thunderbolt. I was always very wary, for his fury was ecstatic. His refined vocabulary was unpleasantly emphatic. To the thunder of this charger, I knocked under like a martyr. But intently he was fuming, I was gently unassuming. When reviling me completely, I was smiling very sweetly. I was smiling very sweetly, giving him the very best and getting back the very worst. That is how I tried to tame your great progenitor at first. Giving him the very best and getting back the very worst. That is how I tried to tame your great progenitor at first. But I found the reliance on my threatening appearance, and a resolute defiance of parental interference, and a gentle intimation of my firm determination to see what I could do to be wife and husband too was the only thing required for to make his temper supple. And you couldn't have desired a more reciprocating couple. Ever willing to be wooing, we were billing, we were cooing. When I merely from him parted, we were nearly broken-hearted. When in sequel reunited, we were equally delighted. We were equally delighted. So with double-shotted guns and collars nailed into the mast, I tamed your insignificant progenitor at last. So with double-shotted guns and collars nailed into the mast, I tamed your insignificant progenitor at last.
of unaccustomed pocket money. A nobleman shady, who can look back upon 95 quarterings? It is not every nobleman who is 95 quarters in arrear. I mean, who can look back upon 95 of them? And this, just as I've been floated at a premium. Fine.
Your Majesty is surely unaware that directly Your Majesty's father came before the public, he was applied for over and over again.
My dear, Her Majesty's father was in the habit of being applied for over and over again, and very urgently applied for too, long before he was registered under the limited liability act. To help unhappy commoners and to add to their enjoyment affords of men of noble rank congenial employment. Of our attempts, we offer you examples illustrative. The work is light, and I may add, it's most remunerative. Small titles and orders from mayors and recorders, I get you, they're highly delighted.
They're highly delighted.
MPs baroneted, shove colonels gazetted, and second-rate aldermen knighted.
Yes, aldermen knighted.
Foundation stone laying, I find very paying, it adds a large sum to my making.
Large sums to his making.
At charity dinners, the best of sweet spinners, I get 10% of the taking.
1/10 of the takings. I present any lady whose conduct is shady and smacking of doubtful propriety.
Doubtful propriety.
When virtue quasher, I take and whitewasher and launcher in first-rate society.
First-rate society.
I recommend takers of clumsy dressmakers that fit in their finishing touches.
The finishing touches.
A sum in addition they pay for permission to say that they make for the
They
Duchess.
make for the Duchess. They're ready to witness to anyone's fitness to fill any place of preferment.
A place of preferment. We're often in waiting at junket or fainting and sometimes attend an interment.
Oh, we enjoy an interment.
In short, if you kindle the spark of a swindle, look simpletons into your clutches, yes, into your clutches. Or hoodwink a Gatchell, you cannot do better than trot out a duke or a duchess.
A duke
Or a duchess.
Your Majesty.
The Duke of Plazetolo, I believe.
The same. Allow me to present to you.
Oh, the young lady one of us married?
Gentlemen, I am the most obedient servant of one of you. Oh, Louise.
I am now about to address myself to the gentleman whom my daughter married. The other may allow his attention to wander if he likes, for what I am about to say does not concern you. No, sir. You will find in this young lady a combination of excellences, such as you would search for in vain in any young lady who had not the good fortune to be my daughter. Oh, there is some little doubt as to which of you is the gentleman I am addressing, and which of you is allowing his attention to wander. But as soon as that doubt is solved, I shall say, oh, still addressing the attentive gentleman, whichever of it you sit as you, I shall say, take her, and may she make you happier than her mother has made me.
What?
If possible. And now, there is a little matter which I think I'm entitled to take exception to. I come here and state with her grace the Duchess and her Majesty my daughter. And what do I find? Do I find, for instance, a guard of honor to receive me? No.
No.
The temple illuminated? No.
No.
Refreshments provided? No.
No.
A royal salute being fired? No.
No.
Triumphant arches erected for us? No.
No.
The bell sent ringing?
No.
Yes, one. The visitors. And I had to ring it myself. Oh, it is not enough. It is not enough.
He's not enough.
Oh, my dear sir, I'm very sorry, but you see, my ideas of politeness are confined to that of taking off my cap when my passengers tip me.
That is all very well, but it is not enough.
Well, I will take off anything else within reason.
But a royal salute for my daughter. cost so little.
Oh, but Papa, I don't want to salute.
Oh, my dear sir, as soon as we know which of us is entitled to take that liberty, she shall have as many salutes as she likes.
But Royal Guard and triumphant arches, you don't know our people. They would not stand for it.
No, they are very offhand with us, very offhand indeed.
But you mustn't allow it. You must keep them in proper discipline. You want deportment, a carriage.
Oh, we've got a carriage?
No. Manner, dignity. There must be a good deal of this sort of thing. Oh, frightfully pleased to see you this evening. Oh, frightfully pleased to see you this evening. And just must be a little of this. Saw you in the park, anytime you're passing, pass.
Saw you in the park, anytime you're passing, pass.
And just possibly a soup salt.
Soup salt.
No. Soup salt was a French word, like this. I see you, you little heartbreaker. Oh, I see you, you little heartbreaker. Oh, it is very useful, very effective indeed. Now, just attend to me. You are a king. I am a subject. Very good. Now follow. I am a courtier brave and serious, who is about to kiss your hand. Try to combine a pose imperious with a demeanor nobly bland.
Let us combine our pose imperious with a demeanor nobly bland.
That if anything too unbending, too aggressively stiff and bland. Now to the other extreme you're tending, won't be so deucedly condescending.
Now to the other extreme you're tending, don't be so dreadfully condescending.
How hard to please some noblemen seem, at first if anything too unbending. Off we go to the other extreme, too confidently condescending.
Now a gavolt perform sedately, offer your hand with conscious pride. Take an attitude not too stately, still sufficiently dignified.
Now for an attitude not too stately, still sufficiently dignified.
Oncely, twicely, bow impressively ere you glide. Capital both, got it nicely. That is the style of thing precisely.
Capital both, you caught it nicely. That is the style of thing precisely.
How sweet to earn a nobleman's praise! Capital both, we got it nicely. Supposing he's right in what he says, this is the style of thing precisely.
Capital both, you caught it nicely. That is the style of thing precisely. That is the style of thing, the style of thing precisely.
And left the young chickens together. Oh, that's called tact.
Oh, this is very awkward. We really ought to tell her our situation. It is not fair to the guard.
Oh, why don't you tell her?
No, I'd rather not, you.
Oh, but I don't know how to begin.
That's her.
Oh, madam. Hi. We, that is, several of us.
Gentlemen, I am bound to listen to you. I must say that, not knowing I was married in infancy, I am over head and ears in love with somebody else.
Oh, that is our point of fact exactly. We are over head and ears in love with somebody else too. In point of fact, with our wives.
Your wives? Then you are married.
It's not our fault. We knew nothing about it. We are sisters in misfortune.
My good girl, I don't blame you. Only before we go any further, we really must arrive at some satisfactory arrangement, or we shall get hopelessly complicated.
Here is a case unprecedented. Here are a king and queen of star. Ever since marriage was first invented, no one has known a case so hard. I may be said to have been bisected by a profound catastrophe.
Through a calamity unexpected, I am divisible into three.
I may be said to have been bisected.
I am divisible into three. Through a calamity, I am divisible into three.
Oh, mortals all, how can you call marriage a state of unity when excellent husbands are bisected by divisible into three? Oh, mortals all, how can you call marriage a state of unity? Mortals all, how can you call marriage a state of unity? Mortals all, how can you call marriage a state of unity?
On one point rather sore, but on the
waited. As prudence, so I understand, dictated.
By virtue of our early vow recorded, your pure and patient love is now rewarded. And hail, O King, of the golden land, and the highborn knight who claims his hand. For first is dead, and you claim your own, a royal crown and a golden throne.
Once more, Gondoliers, both skillful and merry, free from this one very contented are we. From royalty flying, our gondolas flying, and merrily crying out, "Regnus Cali." So good fight and shoot up, and then go on that over there, so never to the treasure. Oh, there is the two ones, and he and there will deal with pleasure. Once more, Gondoliers, both skillful and wary, free from this one very contented are we. Once more, Gondoliers, contented are we. So good fight and shoot up and tango, bolero, but dance on farewell to last measure. Oh, there is a humans and Nia Montero will leave you with feelings of pleasure and feelings of pleasure.
Now, thank you very much. Oh, we really appreciate you being here, and we're sad that it's over, but I'm glad you were here to enjoy it. We want to, Giuseppe and I want to bring forward our mother. One of us is the son of, well, maybe both. We're not sure. We've been deciding whether we're half brothers or not. But one of us, for sure, is her son. So we'd like to bring Inez forward, if you wouldn't mind.
Incredible. How lucky am I? We always take this time in our final performance to just welcome you all and thanking you for being with us for our final performance of the Gondoliers. And we hope you all come back and join us for the rest of the season. I want to thank just a few people at the end, like we always do, very special people you don't get to see on stage. First of all, our incredible stage manager has been with me since she was 15 and I was, well, we were. But Linda Gauthier. Guys and Dolls in 1975. Guess who was in it? Been with me all that time, which is just great.
That's right, I was only 10.
Yeah. Next, I really want to recognize our incredible lighting crew, Hillary and Caleb Webster. I want to thank and acknowledge Paul and Elizabeth Gustafson for allowing us to have this space. How incredible is that? Thank you. And my executive secretary, incognito, the Duchess here today, Ellen Brown. And one among us again who has been with me, I think, since the very, very beginning, and he stars on stage and he's our lighting crew. He's back and forth doing everything that we need to have done. Mark Dale, our wonderful. We have two artists that did this incredible Venice scene. Oh, I just love my next life. I'm going to be an artist. I want to thank Michael Coppola and Holly Knowles. And Holly is with us today. So Holly, would you come up, please? Oh, to be able to paint that. Person, our wonderful pianist, Joe Rojek, who has done every show for the last 2.5 years and way before that. We just love him so much. Thank you, Joe Rojek. And our music director for 29 years, and my husband for 35, Bruce Gatchell. The winner is in this audience, but of course they have been for the last 3 weekends putting tickets in here, but we always secretly hope it's one of you. So I need to get a little wee person to come up here and help us. And maybe, oh, I don't know if they'd be afraid to have you know who come and escort him up. But let me see, who? Can you pick someone, please?
I'll be friendly.
It'd be easier to go that way. You'd rather climb over his fan. Pick him up.
Jump, we'll catch you.
Brave soul. And what is your name? Jeffrey. This is Jeffrey, everybody.